senior statesman, founding member of the NPP, a soldier, a doctor, politician and diplomat, Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe. Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Great. Good to hear your voice. How are you these days, sir?
I'm fine. I'm okay. My grace is good. I'm fine.
A country called Ghana. These days, the young people want to travel out of the country and they don't want to stay back like you and your ilk stayed back to develop the country. They want to run away. How does that sound to you, sir?
I want to say it's very disturbing. Disturbing in the sense that when you have such a young workforce that will probably not have anything to do in their own country, and they plan to leave the country and block and go and work, not really any good way, but menial jobs in various countries across the world. That is very disturbing. And I think that has come because of their inability to get work in their own country or have find jobs that they think might be suitable to them. And now, when we talk of young people, I think the most disturbing ones also are the young professionals who have been leaving.
Right.
That is also a very, very major disturbance in the developing country. It has happened once before in this country, and once or even twice in this country. It's all because of the instability and the political elite not being able to handle the economy of the country. And we all had to, about 8 years ago, that things will be better. It appears it has gone worse. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can appeal to them to stay, but you also say one big question. Is there any hope for them?
Right.
If there's no hope for them, and they are going to waste their youthful life in sitting down and just running around, then you have no other option to allow them to pursue other avenues anywhere in the world. This is the way I look at it.
I know that a lot of young people look up to you, Togbigan, and sometimes we call and ask for advice, etc. Now, when they call you, they raise critical issues, how sometimes they have to answer certain conundrums. How does that feel?
Well, when you are a young person, I would say our era was a bit different. Different in the sense that things were properly organized and planned. And I would say, and I'm sure a lot of people my age group or even higher than mine went through the same procedure. Our time, it started with primary school. From primary school, you go into middle school. From middle school, you get into secondary school. You do the 6th year and 6th year. Of course, if you are the type who is academically inclined and you want to continue with your study.
Right.
Now, by the time that you finish sixth form those days, if you're academically good, government has arranged, scholarship for you to go abroad to pursue course of your own interest or course that government wanted you to do. And at that time, we had very few, if nothing at all. I remember it was during our time that the University of, what do you call it, School of Nursing was opened by Professor Charles Sisson. And the first, I think the first group that entered the medical school was then headed by one of our seniors who passed on, Professor Comey.
Right.
a very brilliant boy.
Right.
And things went on very well, smoothly. And then what is even significant during those days was that the moment you left or you left sixth form,
Mm.
you can't sit at home because there is something to do. So
Right.
you either work in one of the ministry as a clerk or something. Whilst you
be
be waiting
home.
for your
Right.
scholarship to come, and then you just leave the country. Now, Nkrumah, with his foresight, decided that this cannot continue for long. So he immediately set up the medical school, and as I said, set up by Professor Charles Eastmond, and some of his colleagues, Professor Engelman and others. I can't remember now, quite a number of them, all in their various areas of specialization. And like a joke, the medical school took off. And what is even more interesting also, once again, is that after they finished with what do you call it, the theoreticals, we had the clinical work done here in this country. Now, when they finished with the course, the examiners were external examiners. This is very careful. External examiners, which was they brought in people, professors from outside the country, to come and examine them. And believe me, that was the breakthrough.
Mm.
The standards shown to these external examiners shocked them.
Right.
And Ghana was registered in the World Map of Medical Sciences or Medical School. So you can see that a very good foundation was laid in the Ghana Medical School at that time. And in fact, anywhere you go in the world now, when you have a student from the University of Ghana Medical School as who is practicing in the world, be it in the US, be it in any place at all.
Right.
The person excels. So that tells you that proper planning was put into place. Not just medicine. Coming from at that time, just engineering, because people were going out for engineering as well. And coming from within this coming from University of Science and Technology, and then he started with engineers. My own colleague in the middle school, who became one of the top engineers of the electricity corporation today, and for his retirement now. There was on the South who had what do you call it? School of Technology and Science at the University of Science and Technology. He did electrical engineering. And quite a number. You come into law, the same thing. Formally, you have to go to Britain, go and learn law. So the whole thing was just limited to the few who could afford. You follow me? So, sort of expanded the academic field, and this went on very well until his removal. And we got into this sort of reverse gear, which appears to be, drawing us back and back and back each year. So, what I would say is that the onus really rests on the political elite. The political elite who were the votes of the people to come into parliament, and it is their duty to make sure that the needs of the people are met. But when they come there, what they should do for the people, they don't do. They rather see to their own personal interest. This is where my worry is. And it appears it has been the norm for almost all political parties. And this is very disturbing. If we are not careful, what is happening in Kenya now, I would never say it can never happen here. It can happen here. I have been around for some time, and I've seen a lot. And when I look at what's happening in Kenya, it refreshes my mind on certain things that happened in this very country years ago. So for me, that's all that I would say concerning that.
What does your pocket broadcast to you these days?
Your question again, I didn't get it.
What does your pocket broadcast to you these days?
Oh, these days, If you talk of pockets, almost any individual you come across has empty pockets. And it's very disturbing because, you take, let's say, 50 cities virtually can't buy anything now. 50 cities, 50,000 cannot buy anything now. You follow me? And when you go to the market, or people who probably go to the market, our mothers, our sisters, our wives, and whatnot, they'll tell you point blank that 50 cities cannot buy anything. You can't even have a good meal with 200 cities. I'm telling you. And that is very, very disturbing. Very, very, because apart from the fact that it has got effect on the individual, physically, psychologically, and even medically, it is a situation that if we are not careful, can create a big, big, big problem. And it appears our mothers in the markets also have vowed to keep on, increasing the prices of goods at their own, just as they right. So nothing really is controlling nothing. Nobody is really in charge of anything from the way we see things. Not long ago, we were all around when the foodstuffs, we had the problem of foodstuffs like plantain, cassava, and all these things. And the whole minister asked for foodstuffs to be brought to the ministries. And I said that will not help in many ways. To me, it was not a wise decision. You follow me? And as I said, the whole thing didn't even last a month. You follow me? The thing is that basic thing that must be done to improve in our agricultural sector is being done. It's not being done. Basic thing that must be done, where millions of dollars have been voted for. You see nothing done, and still you can't see the money. These are the problems we are facing us. You follow me? These are the problems facing, because where you have a situation, drinking water, look at some of the things we see on the television, drinking water, where human beings are drinking from the same pond with animals. Animals are human. Since they breathe air that we breathe, to me, they are human.
Right.
You follow me? Because they are mammal.
Kingdom Animalia.
Exactly. So here we have a situation where you need just about, say, $5 million to fix water for the people, cleaning water. Somebody will put the money in his pocket. I mean, why? Why is this happening in Africa and nowhere else in the civilized world? Why? Why? Why should people come to parliament? I'll say parliament because they are the representatives of the people. If they fail, then they have failed the people. Right. And the people have the right to ask them why they have failed them. And that is what we are seeing in Kenya.
You are sure that the Kenyan situation could come here? The Ghanaians naturally are very peaceful people. We don't even want to come out to protest, if you ask me, and naturally we shy away from some of these things. Why are you so confident that this could happen here?
Look, anyone who is 17 years plus will agree with me that what is going in Kenya can happen here. You see, we always fool ourselves in this country. We tickle ourselves and then we start laughing. Now, let me take you through memory lane.
Yes,
I have seen a lot. I have been through numerous schools and numerous attempted schools in this country. The only school I didn't really see was the one in Kumaku. I was only a student after the country.
Right.
Now, let's face it. Situations like this have been coming. I'll just talk about maybe Achampon Zera when I was a military officer.
Right.
Achampon started well. Why he removed the government, that I don't know. But he started well. Though by then there were food crisis, the same problems we are in today. No yam, no pepper, basic. I mean, basic things that can be grown in this country. So he came in And I said we came with the idea of Operation Feed Yourself, which I'm told went on very well. I came and met quite a portion of it. Now, a champion problem was that a soldier has not been commissioned. Now, listen to me carefully. Soldier has not been commissioned. And you are taught this in the military academy and in the various staff colleges that you attend.
Right.
You are not commissioned to govern the civilian. That is not your duty.
92.7.
So every discipline officer knows that.
Right.
However, we are human because military takeover didn't start from Africa.
92.7.
It started from so-called civilized countries or first world countries today. As we talk now, yesterday, there was a near coup attempt. At least in 2005, they attempted, and it failed in Bolivia.
Yes.
You follow me?
Yes.
So military coups can happen anywhere, anytime, when the condition of the people is not conducive to them. They find things not going on well. If I'll use a simple language, things not going on well for them. You talk about your pocket. Now, if I have been buying a finger of plantain for 1 pesewa, and now it's costing 5 pesewas, then I'll feel it. Because maybe my salary has been stagnant for years and nobody cares about me. These are the basic things. And when they keep on piling up, and members of parliament who are supposed to represent the military rather play politics in the what do you call legislative assembly, what do you call it, play politics with the people's lives in parliament, then it creates a situation that can easily create any problem. And the most dangerous problem that can happen to any country in the world, this is America. America, we also what happened there during the time of Trump.
Right.
That was first general or so, where people wanted to seize power in the USA, not in Africa. They nearly seized power there. Had it not been because of the steadfastness of the American system, it would have happened. You follow me?
I see.
Now, if we play with this thing, it will happen. You ask yourself, where did Rollins come from? You know, he studied the situation and he knew exactly at that time that things were difficult for the ordinary person in the society. You follow me?
Right.
You have been picked as a member of parliament. You have been picked as a minister of a particular ministry. Your first and foremost duty is to make sure you serve the people, not yourself, not your pocket. If you serve your pocket first, you will bring hardships on the people, and the people will one day demand their money that you have stolen. And it will happen.
I see. I'm sure you've heard about the sale of the hotels, the SNIT hotels. Brian Champon in the mix, organized labor saying no. President says go and have a meeting with them, organized labor. What do you say? You've been around for quite a long time. You know the history of these hotels. What do you say?
Yeah, but that is also one very disturbing point. Very, very disturbing. I feel so sad when I'm sad I've decided not to listen to that particular subject anymore. Because these are straightforward things that can be handled by the head of state. Straight, you give directives and it stops. Because it is in the constitution of this country that when you are holding government office, shy away from suffering. So where's the problem? And people will take you into legality. No, I'll give you one example, which was given to me by Kwame Tieni. He recently even made mention of it. When Jerry Rollins came newly, Kwame was the head of the cocoa marketing board.
Right.
And I know Kwame very well. Hard-working, very efficient, straight to the point. That is why he had the sidelines of politics in this country today. Kwame, other than that, I keep on saying that, is He's really a president we lost. Now, Kwame came in as the head of the cocoa board, or cocoa marketing at that time, as it used to be called.
3FM 92.7.
Notice that farmers have started destroying their farms, and then they have been going into cash crop. And we had report that they are doing that because the money they were expecting from the cocoa, they were not getting it. He went down to the farmers, and they were quite plain to him that, look, we have been farming day in and day out, and we don't get anything out of it.
Right.
We produce the cocoa, they are taken outside,
Right.
and those sitting in the offices rather enjoy the games.
Mm-hmm.
So, for us to be able to produce more cocoa and stop cutting down our cocoa trees and started rather planting cassava and cocoyam and all these things, you have to increase our money for it. Simple thing. When he spoke to previous government, because it wasn't put there by Jefferson Rawlings, no. I was there when Rawlings came, and Rawlings was so sharp. He maintained it. Now, Kwame said, for years, 3 years that he was there, he has spoken to government, to leaders, and nothing was done. So when Rawlings came in, he went to Rawlings and told him, look, this is the situation. He said he was shocked. All Rawlings said was that Rawlings called one or two officials and said, look, what amount would they get out of this if they start growing the cocoa within such a period? Then he was giving. And he realized it was a huge amount of money that the nation will give. Then he told Kwame, damn it, they should pay them that money and immediately stop cutting the cocoa tree. And that is how the cocoa flourished. Flourished during, after the Rawlings time, and it even continued into the era of cocoa.
Right.
Now our cocoa is coming down. And even the more dangerous thing about our cocoa, and very soon it will be rejected on the world market. Mind my words. Because our cocoa now contains a lot of chemicals that will definitely lead to the destruction of those who will be ingesting it in the Western world. And they are aware of it. They want it.
Have we failed at our fight against Galamsey? Have we failed?
Yes. And for years, this Galamsey has been continuing, and nothing has been. It surprises me. Look, give that work to the military alone. I say the military alone because the military, when you are given what to do, you have a target, and they will go by the target. Give it to the military alone to stop it. I can assure you the military will stop it to the.
But there have been videos of military people who are complicit in this whole Galamsey menace.
No. That's why I use the word, give it to the military alone. Unless the military has changed. But if they are charged to see to the stop of this Galamsey, this is your target. I want this thing stopped immediately or within the shortest possible time. You'll be surprised what will happen. Because they have a chain of command.
Right.
They know who to send there, and they know how to handle it. But when you bring it to a joint military police operation, it will fail.
I see. Now, Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe Prempeh.
That is what they try to do, and it has failed totally. As I talk to you today, Galamsey is still going on, and involving government officials, high government officials, and nobody is saying anything. And what they call our rivers have all been destroyed. Now, with the exception of the Volta River, we don't have any good river in the country. I mean, what the hell is happening?
Dr. Bawumia is the flag bearer of the MPP, your party. The presumptive candidate to partner with him as running mate is Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe Prempeh. Is it a good pair?
So if you have been following some of my interviews today, I was asked a similar question. I don't know whether it was from your station or Joy TV, but I can have the recording. That Bawumia's position, you will find it very difficult to pick his own running.
Why?
Rawlings pick his own running mate. Let's limit ourselves to the fourth republic.
Right.
Jerry John Rawlings pick his own running mate. Nobody will dare bring anyone to him and tell him, look, this one should go with him. He tried a car and he failed. He changed it to another person. Now, Kufuor pick his own running mate. First round, second round, I was present. Not for something somebody was telling me.
Right.
Now, Atta Mills pick his own running mate. Mahama pick his own running mate. Akufo-Addo, Scene 1 pick his own running mate. Scene 2 pick his own running mate. Why can't Bawumia pick his own running mate?
But what makes you say that he's not picking his own running mate?
I know for a fact that he can't pick his own running mate.
But
I made mention of it almost 7 months ago.
But why? But why?
You archive, you see.
But why?
And the reason is quite simple.
Tell me.
I said it. That if we are not careful, that alone can destroy our party. Bawumia, to be frank with you, is a nice gentleman. I have dealt with him before. He's a very, very nice gentleman. There is not every gentleman who can be a good politician. Now, Bawumia, I predicted that would not be given the free hand by some people in the party because of their own interest to pick his own running mate. Now, he's left his options. In the previous interview that I had with one of the radio stations, that he would definitely have to pick his running mate from Ashanti region. It has happened. Now, he is not going to pick his own running mate. That also has happened. We have in the country various regions. And if we are really going to improve as a political party that we are represented or we have representatives in all the regions, now we have 16 regions, then a presidential candidate should be free to choose whoever he wants to run, be the person a female or a male. And then I made another remark. When Alan Shermanton resigned from the party, that things would be very difficult for us. We shouldn't say that Ashanti region is a region we shall always have just like that, who will be voting for us day in and day out. Now Ashanti region is changing. The people are changing because the suffering other regions are going through in the country, they are experiencing the same thing.
I see.
Just like me and you. So, Ashanti region now, if we pick a running mate from that place, we shouldn't think we are going to have 100% vote from them. No, it's not going to happen.
Are you saying your
Because
MPP cannot bring the 8?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming, please. Within my own party, there are people who are not comfortable with the selection of Bawumia as the flag bearer of the party. It is a fact. Secondly, Ashanti region is not the only region, the NPP is not the only political party in the Ashanti region. The NDC is there, they will go in of the vote. So are other political parties who are springing up or are coming up, so-called the one, the presidential candidates all over the place. And mind you, Alan Shermanton will have a big chalk there too. So the automatic leadership that we took upon ourselves by century regime will disappear.
I
Mark
see.
my words, it will happen.
Are
And
you
that will weaken our party stand. I said it.
3FM
Rugby?
I said it
This thing you are
6,
saying,
7 months ago.
this thing you are saying, those who are shouting breaking the eights, they will not be happy with you.
No, they don't. No, when they talk of breaking the you can see that these are people who have no idea about the dangers of society.
92.7.
Look, we have seen politics in this country for years.
Okay.
Liman was voted into power
92.7.
and he was a popular leader from the word go. That internal wrangling in his own political party made it impossible for him to rule, hence he's being thrown away from power. If we get to a state where within our own party, those we have at the helm of affairs now
Right.
are not helping us. They are not helping our party. Because when I put my mind back, 2 years back, this is just to Kufuor era. I keep on saying that Kufuor before his problems, he said, listen, he listened. Kufuor listened. But Nanaado doesn't listen. I'm saying this and I'll say it again. He doesn't listen. When Nanaado listen, this hotel issue shouldn't have been an issue at all. Now look at Elizabeth Odini coming out recently and look at what she also brought out concerning this hotel issue. Dishonesty. Knowing that this is blue and you try to paint it red. Dishonesty. And that is all that I will say.
I see.
But they shouldn't forget that this nation is changing day in and day out.
92.7.
Maybe the difference between the youth of today and our time is that I find today's youth as cowards. They are cowards. They are cowards. The today youth, because what myself, Akufo-Addo, who is the president now, Charles Robbie, I'll lift my heart for him. What do you call him? Victor Newman.
Victor Newman, Kwesi Pratt, Kweku Bako,
What do you call
Selby.
it? Kubaku, Kojo Poku, Kakraba Kongwe, Akoto Ampao. We took Rollins to tax. And he changed like it has happened in Kenya. First he said no. But when we took the men into the streets, over 100,000 people, even by then the military were still in power. Things changed. You know what I mean? But this is what we have is just a, what do you call a window dressing demonstration. No.
Right.
In the revolution is not a tea party. It is never a tea party, it can't be a tea party. Now if you want a change, you have to work for it. We did it at that time and it worked.
I see.
Why can't the young ones now do it? If they are suffering, they should let the people or the public or other countries know that they are suffering. And this has brought us close to where we are now, where every young person thinks the only way to get money is to jump into politics. And they get into politics, and within very short periods, you see them amassing wealth. And as I've said, it has happened before. And what the people went through and how those properties, what do you call it, were seized from them, it will happen here again. It will happen, you see. If we go the same target as we are going, it will happen again.
The young people in this country, those who love your beloved Accra Hearts of Oak, they're asking what's happening to your club.
Look, our battle cry is never say die until the bones are rotting.
Right.
Never say die. That is, we never give up. Never, and we shall never give up. And that should be the spirit of the youth in this country.
But your club was nearly relegated.
You use the word nearly. Now let me tell you one thing.
Tell me,
I'm
sir.
glad you brought this point out. Unfortunately, the thievery that we have in politics, national politics, has found its way into football. Very sad. Now you ask yourself, how can one unknown club, played or win 16 matches on their home ground, 16 out of 17 matches? If you are addicted to football, ask yourself this simple question. And the 16 matches that they won on their home ground gave them about 48 points. They have already won the league. And this is through corruption and bribery. That is why at the moment, clubs like House of Folk will not give money. And people should listen to me very carefully. All protocol has all fallen back. But I can tell them, we are coming back. The two leading clubs have the protocol House of Folk. We shall come back in a different form. And those who have been creating this competition, that is destroying Ghana football. That's why we are nowhere, even on the continent. Football has been taken over by betting and naked stealing. The GFA there now, what purpose is it from? When referees are being bribed, anyone there can come and challenge me. When referees are being bribed, when referees are bribed, clubs like House of Folk or Asante Kotoko will not get anywhere.
I see.
But I'm telling them, we have studied the situation carefully, and at least I can speak on the part of House of Folk. We shall come back with an antidote.
What do you say to those who
all those who are behind it?
What do you say to those who think that you, Honorable Vincent Odote Sowa and Alhaji Akambi are the problem of Accra House of Folk? What do you say to that?
Look, I have been in football over 50 years. I've been chairman of House of Folk. I set the record there. I've been director of the club on 2 occasions previously. One time I resigned. I am presently the most senior member of the board of directors of Accra House of Folk. When you talk of House of Folk, I know House of Folk.
Right.
You follow me?
I'm listening, sir.
Now, Oduta is an experienced politician. He's a hard-working chap. Very, very hard-working boy. As for Alhaji Akambi, I can tell you, if I were to be the highest, what do you call it? I was to be the most highest person who bought shares in House of Folk.
Right.
I will make him a director. I'm telling you, because if you want somebody who can do the practical work, somebody who really has got legs to move, those who have been criticizing him, that is, he knows nothing and is there. They should look at that Akambi very well. I didn't know Akambi. Akambi is not my age group at all. His father, Mo, who was a well-known jockey in this country, were the people, even though his father was far older than me, were the people that I knew in those days as supporters.
I see.
But Akambi, you give him a tax, and I can assure you to be done, to be implemented. You follow me? Akambi goes to any football park in this country that has supposed to play during the league. Go and check and you see that I'm right. Those who have been criticizing, will they be able to do it?
So who are the problems?
The problem itself is coming from those who don't love the club. We know those who are creating problems in Africa.
And what are their names? What are their names?
They don't love the club. but they want to come to the leadership of the club.
What are their
They
names?
are the
Do they have
troublemakers.
names, sir?
You say what?
Do they have names? They have names. They have mentioned you, Honorable Odote Sowa and Alaja Kambi, but you have not mentioned anybody's name.
At times,
Yes, sir.
it is important to share certain things. But I'm not the type of person who is afraid of anybody in this country. I'm telling you,
Right.
I've been to prison twice. I don't care going to prison third time, fourth time before I die, or I die there. I don't care. You follow me? But at times it's necessary to hold your gun to study a situation. I told you that thievery has entered into Ghana football. And it will take some of us, and it will happen soon. You see,
Very soon.
thieves in football now will be exposed,
I see.
and football will come back to its former glory days.
Tell me, sir, what do you think of Otuado's second coming?
Otuado's second coming. Now, I see many a time when I'm interviewed and come over with my suggestions, people don't really either don't follow me or don't listen to exactly what I say. I have nothing against Otuado. He was a wonderful footballer for this country. His background in Germany and everything is perfect. It's good. Maybe he might have been brought back. But the level of local matches in this country, if Otuado can work on that and get his boys from this country who can play for the Black Stars like it happened years back,
Right.
then we know that we have future for football, not only in this country, but in Africa and the world. Because all the coaches we have, and the coaches are appointed, I have appointed coaches before. I brought Dukovic. He qualified us for the first time in the history of this country to the World Cup. When he left, he quickly got a big job in China. I brought Milo here when I was an ambassador in Serbia. Through, what do you call it? Techi and Papu got in touch with me.
Right.
That they needed a coach like this.
Right.
I contacted the Serbian Football Authority and I got Milo here. He also qualified it. If we don't use our local material, it will take us a long time to get anywhere at all in world football. I say this because the boys that we bring from Europe, not all of them are stars. We won the European matches. Some of them, yes, are good. People like Sulu Montari, Asamoah Gyan, who came into Black Stars when I was head of Ghana football, and his brother, they were two, Asamoah Gyan and another Gyan.
Bafo, yeah.
You follow me? Asamoah Gyan was a young man. It took some time. There were people who were not happy that he should be tried. I pushed on, I talked to him, let's push this boy in, a young man. And he became our number one goal scorer. I can take risks home. But when you are a leader, you have to put your ears on the ground. The moment you fail to do that, you must know that you are going to be a big failure. Otuado is a good footballer. But I'm telling you, if he wants to succeed, he should be able to change the goalkeeper into a striker, like it happened through Ensberg, the Swedish coach Kwame Nkrumah brought into this country, who changed Edward Aqua, our number one striker, as a goalkeeper into a striker. If Otuado can do that, then he will get somewhere and his name will never be forgotten.
What would you tell Keto Kreku? Is he doing well?
Well, all that is happening now is under his leadership. the thievery in football, the betting in football. People even bet from Asia on our football league. If you don't know it, I'm telling you.
It's serious.
So I'm telling you. So when we are going to play a match, they know the end result. I mean, it's so pathetic. It's been happening. It's been happening. And this is the work. If we have a very good intelligence outfit, this is the way they should have seen and correct it. You follow me? Our
sir.
football is now a betting pitch.
3FM
And if that will continue, it will destroy football entirely. What happened that since, I think, 1979 or so, if I'm wrong, correct me, when we won our last competition, African Cup of Nations, we have never won the cup. That's just why. Because football has now been infiltrated by what they call it, the thieves and crooks. People who are not interested in the quality of matches that Ghana play, but the money that they will get out of it. What I'm saying. So a club out of nowhere, overnight, becomes a club that will win a match or will win a Premier League. No.
I see. Now, my final question to you before we take your closing thought. If you met your friend, President Akufo-Addo, today, what would you tell him?
What will I tell him?
Please tell us what you will tell him.
Personally, he has disappointed me. I tell him, absolutely, you have disappointed me. Because the faith and hope I had in you is not what you have displayed. I never thought he would sit down for all these sort of things going on to happen under his rule. Because I had a problem with Kufuor, not because of anything. Because I was responsible. I use the word responsible because the whole meeting took place in my house, in cantonment.
Right.
Where, when we couldn't defeat Rawlings in 1992, I think, general election, when we presented Dubois, who was then an automatic choice, some of us decided that Kufuor should be the next in line. And I'll give you the names. Because these are people who had good mind. They were sincere people.
Right.
We met in my house in cantonment. Mr. Stephen Kreku, who was one time a deputy minister in Buzia's government from the Western region. Mr. K.G. Osebo, so he's still alive. You can call him, if I'm telling lies, he'll tell you. Mr. Kandapa, now National Security Coordinator, head of National
Minister,
National
Security Minister,
yeah.
Right.
Mr. Ose Aji, one-time Minister of Foreign Affairs. Dr. Johnny Selby, you listen to the names I'm calling.
Heavyweights.
I'm not small boys.
Heavyweights.
And myself, under the leadership of Stephen Kreku, we decided that Kufuor should be the next in line. Without his knowledge. Man, listen to me carefully.
Yes, sir.
Without his knowledge. And Kufuor won. And he went he led the party. But once again, we couldn't beat Rawlings. It was then that we realized that Rawlings was a rough rider, as you see in America, in the West. Rawlings was a rough rider, and he needs another rough rider to ride his team. And we thought Akufo-Addo was a rough rider. So when Kweku Baako called me, he's there, you can ask him. When I called him so that if they challenge me, I can propose it back. When Kukubaku called me
FM 92.7.
and he wants my findings or my idea or my thoughts about the elections we are going to hold in Sunyani to pick a national leader. All I told Kuku, he wasn't an editor of one of these papers, I think the guide or the guide. No, then it was the guide. He was editing the guide.
Right, the guide. That's true.
All I told Kuku was that Akufo-Addo is the leader. Hey, is the man. Akufo-Addo is the man. And that came at the head of this paper. Kuku didn't take it lightly.
92.7.
He didn't take it lightly at all. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
And for the first 4 years of his governance, I was nowhere in his government. But that didn't affect me. I'm a doctor by profession. I can always take my stethoscope and get through it. But finally, he realized
3FM
that he made a big
92.7.
mistake. Because people started pushing pressure on him. And Kufuor, as I know, as I said, the one thing about him is that he listened. He listened. And what he had to do, he did. That's why you saw me in his government during his second term. I didn't go to beg him. He said, you can ask him. But when he put me at the head of Ghana football, and I realized the rot there and I wanted to claim it, and they started attacking me, and I took them to court.
3FM
I won the first case,
92.7.
and I got very good information through my lawyer then. You know, that money has to change hands at the court. I'm saying this because of that.
Okay.
I immediately resigned. I resigned immediately.
3FM
And Kufuor was
92.7.
surprised. In fact, he got annoyed because after my resignation, before he made me an ambassador,
3FM
You follow me?
92.7.
Yes, sir.
so I can take the decision. I resigned. And my resignation was acknowledged by Elizabeth Ohini, who was then Minister of State at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport. I have all this in my head. So let no one think he can play with me. Because there are things when I bring them out, this country will shake.
We beg.
But the right time will come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe, senior statesman, politician, diplomat, military officer, doctor, and founding member of the NPP. We're grateful for your time, sir.
Thank you also.
Thank you very
My pleasure.
much. Great.